Happy fall, y'all. Happy fall. It is October the 16th, I believe, and it's still 2020. I'm still here doing the thing. I gotta put my sunglasses on though because I am out and it's bright. It's like 60 degrees, so I have a scarf on, which may be a little overkill, but we're pretending that it's fall and there are pumpkins everywhere and the leaves are falling and it wasn't 90 degrees 2 days ago. But anyway, I thought I would come on here and say hello as I choke myself with this stupid scarf. Let me take that off. I just realized it was getting caught on my seatbelt. I would come on, and I got a couple of messages over on Instagram just asking me about Conquer Cravings. I have a friend over there named Jessie, Health Faith Plans. She's been doing Conquer Cravings because, like me, she had great success on the Momentum, Turnaround, 1, 2, 3 Success programs, the old Weight Watchers, WW. We call it Weight Watchers around here. Weight Watchers program. And, you know, I did really, really well on the old plan. I don't know why I've had such a mental block about going back to that. I think because I wanted to be like current. It's in my nature as a nurse. I want like the most current, etc., etc. And I kind of realized I did Points Plus for a few weeks and I liked it all right. And then I went on vacation and I did WW Blue, which was like, oh yeah, now I remember why I don't do this, because I I like to play the game. The let's eat lots of 0-point foods and then eat lots of pointed foods after that, and not lose weight because you are eating too many calories, basically. So when I came back from vacation last Saturday, I set my tracker to my itrackbites tracker to Conquer Cravings, which is a combo plan of the very first pointed system on Weight Watchers. They had the exchange system and then they went to a pointed system, and basically itrackbites Conquer Cravings is a combo of 1, 2, 3 Success, Turnaround, Momentum. You get a set amount of points every day, just like all the Weight Watcher plans have always done. And then you get weekly points as well. And the weekly points are the same for everyone. So it's 35 weeklies for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, you get 35 weeklies. But then your points are set up based on your height, your weight, your activity level, and I believe your gender, and I think your age as well. So I get 30 right now. When I came back from vacation, it was my vacation and birthday. It was kind of vacation. It was more just see family because, you know, we just didn't do that much. We were trying to be careful. But we went and saw my family because my dad had just had surgery, and we stayed in a condo they have on the beach. And we mostly just spent time on the beach, which was predominantly empty, and because school's back in session. And we ate out a little bit, and I saw my parents and my brothers. That's all we did. So we went to Florida, and I enjoyed myself there. I tracked on Blue, but I did the same thing that I always seem to do on Blue, which is, you know, during the day I would eat 0-point foods, you know, the chicken and eggs and why does that make me feel sick right now? But and then we would go out to eat at night, and I'd have all these points to use on dinner. And anyway, I came back from that, even though I had tracked, and I was up 5 pounds. And of course, that's travel and water weight and eating out so much. And I set my tracker last Saturday to Conquer Cravings, which is the old plan. And I have been doing that all week. And it's been interesting. It's been kind of like trial and error, because as opposed to the blue plan on WW, your chicken and your eggs and stuff, you have to count those. You actually count them. So you have to watch your portion sizes, which is what I want. But I was eating a lot of the 0 point foods. Like, you know, I can eat a lot of chicken breast, and I can eat a lot of eggs, and I can, you know, I'm just one of those people that I can do that. So to go back to counting that, you also count like carrots and peas and other starchy veggies, and that's an adjustment. So anyway, I weigh in tomorrow, but as of this morning, I was down 3 of the 5 pounds, which is good. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be down even more. I also got a lot of walking in while we were gone, which was nice, but it didn't really counteract the amount of yummy stuff I was eating, apparently. But it is what it is. So I have all my old plan materials. You guys have seen that on my channel for the old momentum plan. And I'm just going to give this a whirl. Your points on Conquer Cravings / Momentum are calculated on calories, fat, and fiber. And really it's cool, because once you get into the swing of things, you can go out to eat or go to the store or whatever and just pick up your box with your ingredient label, or order something off the menu that has like the calories in parentheses. And in your head, you can kind of calculate where that's at on your plan. And of course, you're going to track it in your tracker, but it's nice that you don't have to like always be scanning and pulling that out every 2 seconds. For example, say you went to the store, you picked up an item, it had 150 calories. It was maybe 2 grams of fat or something, and 4 grams of fiber. You can pretty much guarantee that that's going to be 3 points. Now, if your fat is higher, let's say it had 12 grams of fat and no fiber, you're probably going to spend 4 points on that. So I got into the swing of that and did so well. I was on that for a couple of years and just felt great. And then I started taking an antidepressant and had some other stuff going on. And I started doing a lot of eating for comfort, I think. I don't think the antidepressant helped me in terms of my weight, but man, it sure did help me in terms of my anxiety and depression. So that year, it was worth it to be on that. And then I just never really was able to get myself, you know, I don't know. I've had starts and stops, and I've been reading this book on, you know, habit forming, and the fact that for some people it can take up to a year or longer to form a habit, but then you can still revert back because those pathways in your brain never go away. And that's why they say a lot of people that lose weight gain it back. It's not because, you know, we don't have self-control. It's because you have that pathway laid out in your brain, and it's just so easy to go back to that. You're like, oh, I know how to get more dopamine and serotonin. It's by eating a box of Cheez-Its. I mean, I've done it before and I felt great while I was doing it. The problem is that's a cycle, and you feel so crappy after you've done something like that. So I'm working on some of that, and also getting back into walking and just sort of dealing with like the perimenopause stuff, which I've talked to you guys about, the hormones, and doing some hormone supplementation and that kind of thing. It's a process, and I will tell you, I'm in a good place with it, honestly. I took a little bit to kind of reevaluate what I was doing, because it just seems like I can get really obsessive, which you guys know because you've been watching me for 3 years now, and I can get really obsessive, and then I get really down on myself when I don't do what I think I should be doing, or I'm not doing as well as I think I should be doing. And I forget to give myself credit for the fact that I have never regained all the weight that I lost. I don't yo-yo huge amounts. I have had like this 25-pound like where I dipped down and then I came back up. And I don't like that because that's not good for your body, but I haven't done that repetitively. What I really want to see for myself is a continued downward trend, but really just a change in the way that I approach food in my life. And I don't like feeling like any food is off limits, or that here's the thing with the new plans, you guys, and I'm talking specifically about like purple and blue and not so much Smart Points, which is green, which you do get rewarded on the green plan for eating higher protein, lower fat foods. But on the new plans, if I were to go out and have a cupcake, I would look the points up, and you're 28 points or something for a cupcake. And you immediately get this feeling like, oh, that's a bad food. I shouldn't have that. It is so like hard to spend 28 points on a cupcake, right? So you're like, well, I'll just go have another piece of chicken, right? When really, if I'd just been able to have the cupcake and move on and not feel penalized for it, penalized? I just remember on the old plan just feeling like I could have anything in moderation, and I didn't feel like I was being slapped on the wrist for it. And the new plans, to me, it's kind of like the children's plan where you have a green light, yellow light, red light that WW had put out. And I really don't want to feel like there's any bad foods. I want to pay the price in points based on the caloric intake and that sort of thing, which is what you do on these old plans, and then move on. So if I have a cupcake and it's 9 points, I still have points for the rest of the day to eat other things in moderation. And I'm just tired of that whole, I know they're pushing us towards eating a certain way with the plan. I guess that's the goal. But the reality is, like when I was on the old plan, I have my healthy guidelines. I love fruits and vegetables. I eat a lot of those things. I'm a pretty healthy eater. So maybe if you feel like you need that, go in that direction. But listen, some of my friends out there that are trying to go purple, when that's not their lifestyle. I know purple is a really healthy way of eating and it works for a lot of people, but that may not be your lifestyle, And maybe you want to be pushed towards more fruits and veggies because you really have a problem with that. I honestly don't. I don't have a problem. My problem is in portion control and moderation. And I can say no to cupcakes all day, but I have trouble saying no to seconds and thirds of some delicious healthy casserole thing, or or snacking, the mindless snacking at night. That's more of my area. I can eat like low point snacks, but I can eat too many of them. So I hope that makes sense. I think we all need to just give ourselves permission to pick out what works for us. You guys have all told me you're doing all kinds of different things out there. Weight Watchers has given us 5 million reiterations of kind of the same thing now, and I don't feel bad about changing. They change all the time. I'm a consumer. If I want to use something, I will. And so I still have my meetings in place. I'm still doing those. I still have my Weight Watchers app, which I like Connect on there and all that. But I'm using the itrackbites app. I have it set to conquer cravings. And I'm just having fun with it. Like, I don't know. It's fun. I need to be able to just have fun with it now because, as you know, we all say this over and over. This year has been very interesting, to say the least. And so let's pick the thing that's the least stressful for ourselves and just go with it and take care of ourselves. That being said, I would really like to find a indoor pool so that I can start doing some swimming again. When we were in Florida, we had access to a pool, and I grew up swimming and I just love it. I used to do water aerobics. I love that sort of thing. So that's sort of what I'm on the lookout for. I need to do some things that are a little bit easier on my joints, because my nursing career, you guys, I'm feeling it. I need to go back to chiropractor, but all of those, transfers of patients that are epiduralized or have had spinal anesthesia, into the OR, out of the OR, in the bed, all of that, I really do feel it now. And I remember my mom saying that she really thought that she'd messed herself up as a nurse, and you're taught to do safe transfers, but you don't, in an emergency, when the adrenaline's going, and you move somebody, are you always 100% safe in your transfers? I mean, you try to be, you try to get an assistant in there. I've had times where there was no one to help me, and we were having an emergency, and nobody had, I pulled the emergency light, and nobody came, and I can't just stand there. I have to, move the patient or whatever. So, I'm feeling all of that. And was it worth it? Absolutely. I can honestly say that those things that I did for people are worth it. And I wouldn't trade the sacrifices that I made those years in labor and delivery, because I feel like I did something with myself to help other people. But we're going to pay the price. We're going to pay the pipers. I got to take care of myself, you guys. Anyway, let me know what you're doing. I want to hear about, some of you guys are doing calorie counting. Some of you are doing carb conscious, which is points plus, which I really like. But I need to be able to count my fruit and stuff. Plus, I feel like I get a little bit too many points on points plus or something. There's a head game there. For me. This is for me, not for you guys. Some of you guys are doing keto. I've had friends message me they're doing keto or low carb. Whatever works. Just stick with it. I'm definitely seeing a downward trend over the last few months, as opposed to at the beginning of lockdown pandemic stuff. My weight was creeping up, and so once I started doing Weight Watchers more consistently, it's been going down, and now I really want to see progress. Not perfection. Progress. So love y'all. Thanks for sticking with me on my channel. I'll be back. I'm going to be going to my weigh-ins, and I'll let you guys know what those look like and what the meetings are like right now. I haven't been to an in-person meeting in a few weeks, and so I miss those. So I need to get back to the in-person, because that's really what I like, is in-person meetings and that sort of thing. I will see you guys later. I'm actually on my way. I will tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm on my way to meet one of my friends from here, my friend Sharon, that I met online. She's also one of my Tupperware customers. So we're going to go have lunch. She's in town. She lives in Arizona. So I'm going to go see her. I have a couple little goodies to bring her. We're going to Cracker Barrel to get us some country food. I think I'm going to get some fish. That thing sounds good right now. You know what I had this morning that was really good? It was a Quest bar. Okay. A 4 points on Conquer Cravings, birthday cake, Quest bar, and a Panera coffee. And my life is complete. I'll see you guys later. Stay in orbit. Drop me a note, and we'll see you soon. Bye.